Welcome to KD Custom Woodworking, Custom Concrete Incorporated. I'm Kevin Dunphy. First off, thank you for all the new subscribers. Welcome to our channel. I can't do it without you guys. So I love all your comments, and I want more. I'm here to review DeWalt 16 gauge brushless motor. They all seem to be brushless these days. And the model is, all right, they got small here, eh? DC N662 1Y1. Why you've seen the angled 16 gauges, and you've seen some of the 15 gauges, and if you're just starting out, I'm a little confused on a lot of it too. I go with the straight because I'm fine. Like, there hasn't really been too many issues where I got to get in on the molding and I haven't been able to do it. So if you're going, I would stick with this first, because you tend to use this straight on more than anything else, and you know, trying to get those that are on the angle, and you got to buy special 16 gauge, 16 gauge brads, which are totally different. Now, I don't want to get tongue-tied here or create any confusion, but here's the 16 gauge, and here's the brads. All right. Well, at first look, they're like almost the same. But you can see the heads are a little thinner on the brads. Why is the 16 gauge so much better? Here's a comparison. Here's an Air 18 gauge brad, which a lot of people have. And here's a 16 gauge. You could see right away the difference in how much air and everything else it can hold. I've used a lot of brads when I first started out. I had one of these guns I was like using, and I had so many turn up. They would just go in and turn up, and it was frustrating. And I had one, I liked it because it was a little thinner, a little nimble. And going in on, one time I went in on this, it was very fine molding. I did walnut around, and it came up, and I touched it up, but I was never happy with the touch up. It looked, you can see a blob. It was just too hard. I hate these, all right? I hate them. I won't even use, I'll rarely use these in any pin. So most job sites, I'll have 2, sometimes 3 of these on the site. One jams up. I might not, fool around too much. It's pretty easy, these ones. You can just go like that, very easy to jam up. The only thing that was confusion was locking. The knobs here, up and down. But it has a cord. And you're going to be shocked in a minute between these two. Now this, I can put it here. I love the clip. This clip is fantastic. It really grabs in on your belt, or if you're on a little scaffolding and you want to just hook it in and have quick access, this is the best thing that they have. Those other clips, those little metal ones, they're crap. How well thought out is this? It's like the other one, easy access to open. It gets jammed. It has a clearing. If you're clear right here, that means if the little pin goes down, doesn't come back up. To my knowledge, it's oilless. It even has a little gauge here to tell you kind of where you are, which is nice. If you want to go a little deeper or not too deep. If you had MDF, you got to be, you want to be up here almost halfway. If you go all the way, it might go through. Now, how much do I love this tool? I used it outside on the job for the windows and the PCB or the plastic molding. This was fantastic. It was so nice not to drag the compressor around. It was the first time I really ever used it. We've been using it in the job in here, and it's been fantastic. You can see here, it has which helps if you put the you load it properly. Has a bit of a kick right here because I'm wobbling right here, see? But that's pretty decent. It takes a bit to run down. That's the only thing that's a bit annoying. I know the Milwaukee doesn't do it. Now I'm going to go all the way. And I'm pretty decent there. It might be hard to see in the camera, but there's a big difference between going all the way and halfway. So that needle is very good. Sometimes with the air, sometimes I've done before in hardwood, I've cranked up the air, like I've gone beyond 100 pounds. I went 110, sometimes 120. You're not supposed to. It's bad for the, all the fittings and everything. It has a lock right here. Like most DeWalt tools all have these locks. I should be in the habit of doing it. It doesn't have any safety or anything. On this model, it has this single T right up here and the double. Also has the light. It'll flash if you have trouble, but I'm gonna go with the single this time. A lot less winding, but what I did notice right away with the multi, they go deeper. A touch deeper, not a lot, I would say, with the multi. But the multi is, I don't use it. I've never had to, go in there and start, ramming things, but. It's really nice. The big thing too is we're going to change out. These are 2.5 inch. Sometimes when you're doing crown molding, like you got to lock this in like this. And right now I'm fumbling. See, on the other ones you can clip in like this, but this one you got to kind of go like this. It doesn't stay. Any comments down below if I did something wrong, but like this one will stay. Making a liar out of me today, but this one won't. And this is how most of the 16 gaugers you have to, and it's got a little clip there to keep it up. You can go like this. Go back, and you're loaded. Okay, so 2.5, this is the max. Let's see. Now I want to go here. Let's say sometimes on the molding, when you got wide moldings, it's nice to hit one sort of in the middle, right about here. No problem. The only thing with the MDF, like this thin MDF, you really have to pull this back. The adjustment right here. Now I'll pull it back all the way. Yeah, that really stayed nicely. I go touch more. Oh yeah, all day long. So if you went here, snuck one here, and then had one up here, that's pretty decent. Almost the same setting. It takes off a little more there than there because more material. But right there with just that many, those four, that's not moving. As always, I always glue my molding. I use no more nails. I'll explain later in another video why it's better than caulking, hands down, okay? So this tool is amazing. It's amazing because I didn't buy it sooner. And now I have it. And I'm so sick of dragging a compressor around. I'm sick of the noise. I'm sick of trying to lug it. If you're up on scaffolding doing big jobs, this is so much nicer. So, and as always, the family, the battery family. You can use any batteries with this. Some of them come with the 2 amp. Don't buy it with the 2 amp. Just stay away from these batteries. But 2 amp, no problem, nice and light. You can use all the new DeWalt stuff with the flex volt. But you can't use the smaller batteries with the flex volt tools. That's the only drawback. Maybe they should come up with a tool. You can put the dual power packs, but I'm not the engineer. This is a lot heavier, I'll guarantee you, compared to this, you know. But you could go all day with it. I'd be reluctant to use the flex volt. Maybe if I was in the shop like this and, you know, I was doing a big molding job and I didn't want to change out. The sweet spot is the 5 amp. So if you're looking for it, sometimes you want to get the batteries. On the last one, on the brad nailer, was a total ripoff. A 2 amp battery and a charger for $100. I mean, that's a lot of money. So make sure, I'll put a link below with the battery and this combo if I can. It's always good if you can buy it like that. Now, rating wise, okay. I don't know how long this is going to last. I was an early adoptee maybe 15 years ago with the 18 volt ones. And I had nothing but trouble. And I did it because sometimes I'm coming in doing a small job and I want to get out. I forgot to put a molding or something happened. And that's why I bought it. But it didn't last very long. And I tried to get it repaired. And apparently there was known issues with the fly at that time. I'm hoping that they fix those issues. Any comments below, address that. Because I have zero experience with this. I've been sticking with my air for years, so this is a new world for me. So with that said, from what I've used, and you know, you do have 3-year warranty on this. As always, I'm going to talk about keeping a file for your tools, especially if you take them on the road and they get stolen, because I got burned on that. It's not hard to do. And we're going to also talk about marking these tools, make them ugly. So would it stop somebody if they took the toolbox? No. But it can, you know, be harder to sell. Maybe somebody's reluctant to buy them if they see them marked. So we'll discuss that later. And please subscribe, and I'm going to give it the rating. This, I'm not going to 10 only because of the flywheel. Like, just, it's the convenience that I love. I'm so sick of dragging around the compressor, even the pancake ones, which are supposed to be lighter. But you drag one around all day when you have 20 foot of hose. And even a light hose, it's a nuisance, especially going around stairs. And, you know, I've seen it before where people have gotten PL on the hose and dragged it through and got it on the floor. So to think that this tool can do it, and here's my rating, and it's going to be based on comparison of these two. All right? And here's the thing that's kind of cool. If I told you these are both the same price. Yeah, they're both the same price. So I'm giving this a 10 because they really made it competitive and getting people to switch over. So can it go higher? Yeah, I'm going to probably make my rating a little higher sometimes. But I'm doing that now because this is really exciting. Excitement is beyond that. That now take this, my pin nailer, the two I love to use when I do a molding job. I don't take the brad anymore. I don't care about the head if it's a little bigger. It's very little. You can't even notice it. But it's a wait, look at this. I went through here. I can't even pull this stupid thing up. Like there. And it gives you an idea like the holding power of those. But as always, why I say glue, and I'm going to just do this as a little tip, and I'll show it about no more nails, is that these are really only a piece of wire. They're not really nails that hold. They have a little thread up here where the glue gets heated and it's supposed to hold it better, not move out. But I wouldn't trust them. And not only that, sometimes you miss. Sometimes you don't hit wood when you put a lot of these in. So there we go, a 10. Please subscribe. I love all your comments, and thank you, thank you.